Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to follow up to the video I just posted, which was really advocating to families that they should not be afraid to pick up the phone and call 911 if they have a loved one who's in crisis because of some type of mental health issue. And that video was based on a call that we'd had where a family was telling us, you know, my loved one has been Baker acted. I think it was 3 or 4 times over the last 2 years. And we're afraid to call 911 because every time we do, the police come down and they take the person away. So in the end of the video, I said there's an alternative to this. And the alternative is that rather than allowing the state to take care of this for you, you could do this yourself. What do I mean by that? Well, if we're dealing with a mental health crisis, then Guardianship is a wonderful tool to get you some control over the situation. And we use Guardianship a lot in our office. Now, you know, when we first started doing this work 10 plus years ago, and credit to my brilliant wife who really is the guru of guardianship when it comes to behavioral health issues. You know, the other lawyers were still telling families, oh, you can't use guardianship, that's for elderly people. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe that's what it had been used for, and maybe that's what it was even intended for. But we work in a different universe. We're not working with elderly people. I leave that to other colleagues in the legal profession. We're dealing with people who have severe, substance use and mental health issues. When it comes to the Baker Act, it is supposed to be used for a mental health crisis. Now, does that mean that people, that have drug issues and overdose and things of that nature don't get sucked into the Baker system? It happens all the time. And those are the cases that, that we're going to fight like crazy to get somebody out. But look, I mean, if your loved one it continues to get Baker acted, there's something not right here. And the way to get control of the situation and have the authority, the legal right to make decisions for them, because if they're an adult, they have the right to make their own decisions about their health care and their mental health care. The way to get control of this is to file for guardianship. Now, if somebody's been Baker acted and they're in a lockdown facility, can we still file for guardianship? Absolutely. So instead of hiring us to represent your loved one, because they would be our client in that case, and advocating for them to get out or transferred somewhere, you can hire us to be the family's lawyer and advocate for the family and say to the court, look, Your Honor, there's a problem here. And we don't want the state taking care of this. We don't want the state making decisions for our loved one. We want to do it. We're the family. We know this person best. We love them. We care for them. And we want to have the authority to make decisions for them. And the way to do that is through the guardianship process. So we are going to ask a court for some type of, for a court order, and, the option of an ETG, emergency temporary guardianship, along with a permanent guardianship is something we can consider and discuss with you. But the reason to file for guardianship is, number one, to get control of what is typically an out of control situation. And number two, get the state out of the process here. Get them out of the way. Because eventually, if your loved one keeps getting sucked into the mental health system, at some point, the state is not going to give them back to you. At some point, despite our best efforts, a judge is going to say, Mr. Astor, this has been going on for a long time. I'm sorry, but I'm going to grant the state's petition for placement, and I'm going to allow them to take this person and send them to a state hospital. Have a nice day. And so the guardianship is a wonderful tool to take care of this, but it can also be used if there is a Baker Act even pending, if you want to get control. So I throw this out there as an option. I mean, I'm a big fan of the guardianship. We've done some great work with it. It's worked miracles for us. But just something to consider when you've got somebody who keeps getting Baker acted over and over and over again, and who's been in crisis for a long time, years and years. So anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. If you have questions, comments, please post them. I try to read every single one of them and answer those questions. And I really appreciate you taking time to look at these videos. So please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.